Alrighty, so got done working on that house earlier, and I got done painting all this stuff this morning, so I wanted to give it enough time to dry. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to work on it again today, because I wasn't sure how long that mess down there was going to take, but we got about 4 hours or so before I want to head back to school, so that should be plenty of time to get this done. I got the face plate of the motor painted, got the end cap painted, got the spout all wire brushed and painted, and then redid this right here. And I laid on 2 coats of primer and 2 coats of rust protector Krylon or whatever. Maybe it was Rust-Oleum high rust protective paint. So, but first things first, before I start putting it back together, I gotta get those O-rings changed real quick. At least I'm hoping they're just O-rings. So, right there. I'm 99% sure that's all they are, because there ain't any reason to put anything fancy in there, but I've been wrong before, so. Yep, just a couple O-rings. We should have those here. Precision machine bore right there. The O-ring kit. We ain't got one up here. Also, on a positive note, the weather should be all uphill from here. We got a couple days of rain that are supposed to happen, but should be, I guess it's going to be a little. But other than that, it's supposed to be 60 by the end of the week, which will be ideal, because I got a couple projects over spring break next weekend, or not this coming week, but the following week, that have to happen outside because they won't fit in the garage, so. As long as I get at least 2 days would be nice, 3 days would be ideal of warm weather without any freaking wind, because that's been, I was going to work on the color mulcher last weekend. We had it was about 45, 50 degrees outside, but it was so stinking windy, and I wasn't going to fight it, so I just decided to say screw it, and we spent most of the day exploring down there at the new property anyway, so. Boy, right there. So, but I gotta get the color mulcher down here, re-shim the packers on it, and I gotta get my planter over here and fix the axles and do the wheel bearings on it. I broke an axle on it last spring, finishing up planting. Which, that's the one thing my equipment is very good at, that I kind of have a hard time believing that it does it that way. But yes, my stuff breaks, but so far this year, nothing other than that one bearing on the 525, which was kind of a fluke thing anyway. All the breakdowns I had waited until I was pretty much done. The water pump on the 7300 didn't go out till I got done running corn. The axle on the planter didn't break till I got done planting corn. The cylinder on that column mulcher didn't start leaking until I was done running the column mulcher. So I don't know what the heck I did to earn that kind of luck this year, but I guess I need to knock on some wood. Come on, slide on there. Well, it can only go in there one way, so. We'll find out if I screwed it up when I go to use it. Deadheads the hydraulics. We're good. Okay. Now, the only thing I really don't care too much for on this thing is that you have to have the motor assembled on these lines. Well, I guess you don't have to have it assembled. You don't have to have these on here, but this whole thing has to be assembled from here back with the motor on it before you can put it on there. Otherwise, there's no way to swing this pipe to tighten it. So, first things first is get the motor back on there. And for that, alright, what are we hitting on? That's better. And I'm going to throw this out there. Whenever you're working on a hydraulic system, and you're using pipe thread, never use thread tape. And the reason is, if any of that tape gets inside the hydraulic system, which it will, You do not want to know what it'll do to a valve stack, or a pump, or a hydraulic motor, or a cylinder, or basically anything else in a hydraulic system. Always use pipe dope. I don't know if I can do a turn out of it or not. Yeah, we can. There we go. What? Okay, now it'd be nice to be able to flip the thing over, but since that winch is still hanging on it, what can I do? Stay. That'll work. Oh, don't fold up, damn it. Ow. Good enough. That hurt a little bit. Slide the auger back in. Not quite warm enough that I want to leave the door open. And then, so I don't forget it, wait a minute.
What in the hell is that?
Fertilizer auger.
Well, that's pretty cool. Before we get home, you know the deal.
Yep.
Oh, when you get home, take those cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have to stay in there, I think. Oh. You want me to leave this door open?
Now shut it.
Okay.
One thing I forgot. I figured out the other reason why they put why they had silicone on this thing is because it's I thought it was a formed piece. It's not. It's a ring welded on a flat plate, and it's not a solid weld, so they got cracks in it. So got to put some silicone back on here, but I'm not going to go quite as overboard as they did. Okay. Yep. And there. Leave it kind of like that, and hopefully they had way too much in there when they did it, and I couldn't even get a wrench on the bolt because there was too much silicone around it. So we're going to be a little bit more conservative with it. And then lay this back on here. And I'm going to pack that sucker full of grease so that if I do ever have to take it apart again, I don't got the same issue. And by pack, I mean pack. Why? The one thing I never understood, when they put stuff together like this at the factory, or like when they put bearings in the bearing housings, or put shafts together like this, where they know it's going to rust, but they also know that one day somebody might have to change it, or take it apart, or service it, or whatever. Why they don't ever put some anti-seize or some grease or something on there so that it doesn't rust into one piece of metal. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb farmer that has to work on this shit. So now, go ahead and slide that back together. And go get some. Alrighty, I got the motor end of the auger all put back together with a very good dose of grease on all the bolts. And I tell you what, them two right there, trying to get them back in is just about enough to make you want to go out in the woods and scream a bunch of four-letter words at the top of your lungs. Because you cannot get your hand, while holding onto the bolt, you can't get your hand up in the hole because the auger's in the way. Yeah. But we got it in. So, last step is what I'm going to do there is remake the hose that goes from here to here. So, and I'm just going to wait, like I said in the last video, wait to do the pigtails until I get everything situated on the box and know what I got to make. So, those. First things first, I got to see. Got a long on it. Should be that one right there. Yep. And a pipe. That right there. I need to add a little bit because this drop's a little different. So cut it. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a fudge factor, 18 3/4. Come on. I swear nobody makes a good squirt bottle anymore. Deal. Now, got the 20 in it now. 1/2 inch, 24. Millimeter die, setting 102. forward to the other one. 985, mic that. 980, and you're allowed plus or minus 10 on these, so we're within tolerance, so we're good to go. The one thing I don't like about the way they did this, and I almost put a port adapter in it, but it wasn't really worth it, is you gotta clock this to get this in the right spot. So this may or may not be as tight as it should be, but it's pipe thread, so it's pretty forgiving in that regard. And actually, it looks like we're going to come out pretty good. Ended up just a little long, but not a big deal. Need to crank it. Yeah, put a little bit of WD on there. And there's that. So, until I'm ready to put it on the wagon, this project should be done. So, and hopefully Dad's going to get a hold of the sheet metal shop again this week, he said. And hopefully they'll have they were supposed to have everything cut out this last week, which may or may not have happened because they got, like I said in the last video, working on the box, that they got busy. But I'm really hoping they'll have it cut by spring break. So I'm going to need time to get that all welded together. And we're getting close enough to crunch time that I don't even think I'm going to bother getting it blasted and primed yet. I think I'm going to get it all thrown together and ready to use. And then we will, and then use it through the season. And then when I get done this summer, or this spring, planting, if that'll be a good wear or break-in period, see if there's anything you need to change or anything need to beef up or anything might have missed, and basically run it in this spring, and then when we get done planting, tear it all back down blast it and paint it and get the decals on it and everything all in one shot. So, like I say, hopefully they'll have it sheet metal stamped or cut out and broke by spring break. So I really kind of want to get that thing done, because I got other projects to, or not projects, but I got more stuff to work on yet before I'm ready to rock and roll. So but I guess that's it for now, and we will catch you guys on the next one.